A Sesame Street Christmas Carol is not at all what I hoped it would be. It wasn't anything like what it sounded like, and I'm kind of disappointed. But for very young children, I'd say the variety is definitely going to work quite well. This was released in 2006. It's directed by Victor DiNapoli and written by Rickey Boyd, with various segments written and directed by other people. And we have a cast including, well, it's narrated by Tim Curry. We also have Kristin Chenoweth, we have Frank Oz, and a really solid voice cast as well. And I thought, and IMDb led me to believe, that this was a version of A Christmas Carol, but with Sesame Street characters. And I love A Christmas Carol. I'm always keen to see different and unique interpretations and adaptations. So I thought, let's do this. Let's see what it's like. And honestly, the Christmas Carol aspect is so teeny tiny. Oscar the Grouch is kind of being shown the error of his ways, because I guess he is a bit of a Scrooge. And they really slightly lean into the Christmas Carol aspect. It's, put it this way, I don't think a child could watch this if they've never heard of A Christmas Carol and then be able to tell you what A Christmas Carol is about. That's how not connected it is to the main story. And obviously the messages there with Oscar the Grouch are pretty decent, but it's certainly not an adaptation of A Christmas Carol. So if that's what you're looking for, this isn't it. We do have a lot of other kind of random Christmas scenes with different characters, and they're learning different things, and they're learning about the true spirit of Christmas, which is the spirit of giving and thinking of others, and I can't fault that. And I do think the variety will help keep younger viewers engaged. We jump from one clip to the next at a pretty quick rate, so generally there's often a lot going on, and I can't fault that it works in the film's favour. However, it's not a version of A Christmas Carol, so I felt like that's definitely some false advertising there. I've seen some versions of A Christmas Carol that are very loosely based, but this is probably the loosest. This is definitely the loosest that I've seen. The puppetry work, absolutely fine. Voice acting, live action acting, all fine. No problems there. Pacing, fine. Nice variety of clips and characters. Definitely has a pretty good Christmas feel to it. The biggest issue is the fact that it's not A Christmas Carol, and it is so loosely based that it is just absolutely false advertising. Do I recommend it? Not for grown-up viewers or older viewers or anybody who is looking for a version of A Christmas Carol. And maybe for young children. In fact, yeah, sure, young children might enjoy it. I didn't grow up with Sesame Street. I had a playhouse. There is a photograph of me with this little Sesame Street, like, dollhouse. And I remember enjoying playing with that. But apart from Elmo's World, which I'm sure used to be on Milkshake in the mornings, I don't remember ever watching Sesame Street. So I can't say it even has nostalgia for me. Maybe for you, if you're an adult and you grew up watching Sesame Street, maybe check it out if it's going to be nostalgic for you. But for me, that wasn't there either. Needless to say, I didn't enjoy this. But for the right audience, I guess arguably for the target audience, it's worth checking out. Or if the Sesame Street characters are going to be nostalgic for you. But if you're looking for a version of A Christmas Carol, A Sesame Street Christmas Carol is not going to be that film.